Welcome to Concept Craft. We are presenting step-by-step videos training to crack your certification exam, so you can gain the confidence to take on any accounting challenge. Now let's begin our today's lesson. Using the Performance Center. Learning outcomes. In this lesson, we'll cover using the Performance Center to create meaningful commercial insight. Topics: chart options, Performance Center charts for pro advisors, quick add charts, examples of using custom charts for different needs, visualizing performance. For companies to survive and thrive, their leaders need to constantly review and analyze key metrics related to their business performance. But this insight isn't necessarily available in a clear and digestible form without scrutinizing and consolidating several detailed reports. How can QuickBooks Online help? QuickBooks Online's Performance Center uses charts to deliver financial information in an accessible and meaningful way, improving your clients' access to the insight they need to understand the performance of their business. The Performance Center is available to QuickBooks Online advanced administrators and users with reports permission, including reports-only users, as well as accountant users when accessing their own books and those of their clients. Chart options. Access from the Reports tab in QuickBooks Online. The Performance Center is all about visualizing financial data in a way that's useful to clients. Select the tabs to find out more about the different chart options. Quick add charts, custom charts, visualization options, quick add charts. The Performance Center can display up to 25 charts on the dashboard. To customize which charts display on the dashboard, select the Quick Add Charts dropdown, then choose the preferred report type. Depending on the type of chart, it may be possible to apply filters and compare data with the previous period. Custom charts. By selecting the plus Add New Chart button, you can create new custom charts. Depending on what the client wants to track, there are multiple templates to choose from. Expenses, revenue, gross profit, net profit, accounts receivable, account payable, COGS, cash flow, current ratio, quick ratio. Visualization options. Clients can choose from several visualization options to see data in their preferred layout. These visualization options are vertical bars, pie chart, stacked bars, trend line. Note that the formats available may vary depending on the chart type and the comparison data chosen. Performance Center charts for pro advisors. The Performance Center gives you, as a pro advisor, another way to add value for your clients. By developing a good understanding of what the Performance Center offers, you can give your clients actionable and helpful insight. Using charts and data. Many clients find charts easier and quicker to understand than financial statements. Charts can help clients quickly see what's happening in their business. Enable them to recognize trends that impact the financial health of their business. Help them monitor the KPIs that matter the most to them when customized. Whether you use quick add charts or create custom charts, it's important to understand the data behind them and how to best adjust and tailor them to give your clients the insights they need. Trend charts. Trend charts show how data changes over time. They can help businesses quickly see whether they're on track to achieve their targets. By default, trend charts show monthly data for the current calendar year to date, even if the fiscal year end is in December. Their simplicity makes it easy to visualize a company's business cycle and identify investment and growth opportunities. Trend charts can also indicate when a company may need to conserve cash. You can use data from trend charts to set goals with your client and check in each period to see how they're progressing. Industry benchmarking. One particularly valuable feature of the Performance Center is the ability to compare your client's performance against industry benchmarks for their sector and region. The industry benchmark data in the Performance Center is based on the median values from at least 30 QuickBooks Online client companies in the same sector and geographic region. The comparison companies will be in the same revenue range as your client's company. For your clients to benefit from this feature, you, or your clients, first need to configure the subscription to select the industry sector to compare to, and confirm the location of the operation. You can access the industry selection from Account and Settings, or add or change it from the Settings icon in the Performance Center. For help selecting the industry sector, visit the North American Industry Classification System, NAICS. If you can't find the sector you're searching for, try searching with other keywords to find the closest match. Quick Add Charts. As previously mentioned, The Performance Center dashboard has a quick Add Charts option that gives immediate access to pre-built charts. There are several display options. Select the headings to find out more about what the pre-built charts offer and how they can help you in your conversations with your clients. Revenue/expenses. Revenue over time. The revenue by time chart below shows the total sales achieved by a company over time compared to the prior year. This metric is incredibly valuable to all businesses. It can indicate that a company may want to try and increase sales during slow periods by doing more marketing, offering discounts, or reducing prices. When presented with prior period data, you can see if the trends are the same or if your client increased or decreased sales for the same period last year. This allows you to start a discussion, if needed, around what's different between the fiscal periods. Expenses over time. In the same way that the revenue by time chart reveals sales trends for a business, the expenses by time chart reveals trends in spending. This is a great way to identify seasonal fluctuations and the cyclical nature of business spending. It can help a business identify when it should reserve cash to meet expected future needs based on historical data. The chart below shows that spending increases significantly in December. Likely, the company makes purchases toward the end of the year to reduce the amount owed in taxes. Accounts receivable/accounts payable. Accounts receivable. The accounts receivable by aging periods chart shows the total amount of money owed to a company by its customers, broken down by the aging period. It can highlight important issues such as overall amounts owed and the related risk of non-collection of outstanding receivables. If your client had set a goal to keep receivables over 6 months old to a maximum of 5% of total A/R, it would be performing below its desired level. You could share this information with your client and use it as a springboard to look into the causes and find solutions. Note: you can also customize this chart to filter by location, customers, or projects, or focus on specific aging periods. As shown in this image, accounts payable. This chart shows, as of a specific date, how much a company owes its vendors and how long its payables are overdue. By reviewing the accounts payable by aging periods chart with clients, you can coach them on how to maximize cash flow by paying within terms and utilizing early payment discounts. Profit. Gross profit over time. Gross profit over time is a measure of the gross profit available to cover the organization's overhead expenses. Gross profit is a simple formula that indicates the excess of revenue over the cost of goods or services sold. Revenue minus COGS equals gross profit. In the graph below, you can see that the gross profit for this company fluctuated quite a bit throughout the year. Net profit over time. Displaying the net profit by time chart shows the company's net profit over time compared to the previous period. Net profit is the amount of money that is left once your client subtracts their total business expenses from total revenue. In other words, it includes almost all financial transactions in a business. One exception is tax payments, which are calculated after determining net profit. The gross profit by time and net profit by time charts help you show clients how strategic changes impact their bottom line. If a client hasn't been profitable and takes steps such as changing pricing and cutting costs, these charts would track the impact of those changes. Cost of goods sold. COGS over time. The cost of goods sold (COGS) over time chart shows how much a company paid for products and services sold to customers. This chart should follow the same trend as the gross profit by time chart, which tracks costs directly related to sales. The COGS over time chart can be especially insightful for clients whose costs of goods and services fluctuate over the year. It can suggest when clients might want to adjust their pricing to account for different operating costs, or when they should buy in bulk to take advantage of lower prices for the supplies they need. Benchmark comparisons. Net profit margin, NPM, versus industry benchmarks. The NPM versus industry benchmarks chart shows a company's net profit margin over time compared to the margin of other companies in the same industry. Companies can see how their performance compares with the median of other companies of a similar size, location, and industry. Gross profit margin, GPM, versus industry benchmarks. The GPM versus industry benchmarks chart indicates whether the company's actual gross profit to revenue ratio is at an appropriate level. It allows clients to model how different pricing structures would affect the profit margin. The gross profit margin percentage on the chart is calculated as gross profit/sales times 100. Cash flow. Net cash flow. This chart pulls historical activity that changed cash balances over the date range selected. It shows the net effect on cash grouped by type of activity, by default, operating activities, investing activities, and financing activities. This isn't a cash flow projection. It tracks historical cash activity. This could be helpful in tracking historical trends that help clients to plan for future cash events. Examples of using custom charts for different needs. The options available in custom charts let users choose the data to display and the preferred visualization format to use. Use the tabs to see some examples of custom charts. Tracking revenue by consultant. Tracking sales performance. Tracking labor costs. Tracking revenue by consultant. A company using classes to monitor the sales performance of the various consultants it engages can create charts to review the revenue generated by those consultants. To create this chart, choose Revenue from the Custom Chart Template options. Then, in the Create Your Chart screen, enter the chart name and desired period. In the Group By drop-down, select Classes, and add the consultant names from the class list. This prompts the chart to build from the live dataset. Note that clients can also filter the data displayed and compare it to other time periods. Tracking sales performance. Clients can also build charts to show the sales performance of their different products. In this chart, for example, a jukebox manufacturer compares the sales performance of 3 models to decide which to produce at different times of the year. To create this chart, select Revenue from the Chart Template options. Adjust the name and the time period. Then, in the Group By drop-down, select Items and enter the model names of the product being analyzed. Finally, check the Previous Year Same Period option in the Compare section to set up a comparison to view the sales against the previous year. Tracking labor costs. Clients can also build charts to show the sales performance of their different products. In this chart, for example, a jukebox manufacturer compares the sales performance of 3 models to decide which to produce at different times of the year. To create this chart, select Revenue from the Chart Template options. Adjust the name and the time period. Then, in the Group By drop-down, select Items and enter the model names of the product being analyzed. Finally, check the Previous Year Same Period option in the Compare section to set up a comparison to view the sales against the previous year. Pro Advisor Tip. To save a custom chart to the dashboard for quick access in the future, select Add to Dashboard from the bottom of the screen when editing the custom chart. This adds the chart to the Performance Center dashboard. Summing up. Learning outcomes. Well done. In this lesson, we covered using the Performance Center to create meaningful commercial insight. Knowledge recap. You should now have a better understanding of how Performance Center charts offer your clients the insight needed to support the growth of their businesses. Next steps. In the next lesson, we'll look at how the Spreadsheet Sync feature works with QuickBooks Online Advanced.